On today's episode of MotoCheez. X gon' give it to you.
The following movie is rated I.
So let's get some mileage on this Hawk X250, RPS Hawk X250. And there's a difference side by side with the KPX 250. The Hawk X250 has a counterbalance CG engine that is a pushrod motor with a single cam right there. And it's 230 cc's, 5-speed. The KPX has an overhead cam with a 6-speed, 249 cc's. Now this bike is over 1,000 more than this bike. The Hawk started it all on the China bike craze. I started videos about 6 years ago. For a budget bike, if you want to get into something that's enduro style, dual sport, something like this is perfect. Say what you want about China bikes. Almost every single manufacturer today uses China parts. So I'm charging up my GPS, so I can't use that. And I was going to do my 360 camera on here, but I already got some 360s. Let's see how she starts. Wow, haven't used it in about a week. So I got 80 miles. We should be able to get over 100 miles today, and then we'll be ready for an oil change on this and a leaf on. One thing I don't like is the hump on these seats. You can definitely tell it doesn't have the power that the KPX 250 has, but it does have a decent amount of torque. I mean, this is a budget bike. I still love them now. Now, if you're looking for a second bike for someone to ride, or if you want it for yourself to learn, or someone else to learn on, these are good bikes. Back to that hump in the seat, I chop them out, make it a flat seat, as flat as possible. You just have to take the cover off of it and just shave the little bit of foam down. These do come with the 50/50 enduro tires, so it does handle good on the road, and it does okay off-road. So I guess you can decide what you want to do with it. Like, these are fine if you're going to stay on road. If you want to use it as a dirt bike, I always put DOT knobbies. The Hawk X, being counterbalance, has about the same vibration as that KPX 250. They should have done a counterbalance engine right from the start. Someone hang a balloon. Did you ever see where people do that? Be a dead animal on the side of the road, and they'll put a balloon on there that says "Get well soon." I don't know why I get a kick out of that. It's not really funny, but I get a chuckle out of it. Pulls up this hill decent. 5th gear, which is top gear. There you go. Pumpkin's out already. Beginning of September. It's pretty warm out today. I think it's 88 degrees. Finally, it's been cold around here, and a lot of rain. I mean, don't get me wrong, these are about 15 horsepower, but they get up and scoot pretty good. It's like the leaves are starting to try to turn already. It's nuts. Ooh, Z28. And I actually want to say something about the Hawk DLX as a service bulletin, because I see a lot of people have been having the issue that I've had on my DLX after Blade bought it. And that is, there's a short somewhere and you just cannot find where it is. People change all the components out, just keeps popping fuses. If you know someone with a Hawk DLX, send this to them, because what it is on the left side under the seat, there's a screw that holds in one of the side panels just to the right of the battery, and it's so long that it actually touches the harness and it wears through the harness and shorts it out. It took a little bit to figure that one out after Blade bought it, because it started acting up. But what his did was, you'd be riding along and then all of a sudden it would just die and it popped the fuse, and we'd put another fuse in and ride on our way, because I was following him, and it popped another fuse. So we got back to the house, took the side cover off, took the seat off to start moving wires, and sure enough, man, we seen a little tiny puff of smoke come out on the harness. Found where it was. We looked, it was a long screw there, too long, and it wore through the harness. So I've told a bunch of you guys on, you know, that mention it on my YouTube channel, and a lot of them, that was the fix. Cut open the harness. Mine didn't ruin the wire, it just wore through it and kind of arced against the wire. It didn't really wear or burn any of the wire off, so we just separated the wires, taped it up, taped it all up, put the harness back in, and put a shorter screw to hold that side panel on. So if you or anybody else has that problem with the DLX, send them this video. I wanted to do a video on it, but I haven't seen Blade in so long. Take Chimney Hill Road. Another thing, when I do my rides like this, I think I'm gonna open up one of my apps so it leaves breadcrumbs on the map, kind of like that Rever app. I don't think I could do it on mine unless I pay for it. I do have Rever, but I don't think it'll do breadcrumbs for you and animate it unless you pay for the app, because so many of you come over this way and they try to find all the roads that I'm riding on, because they are pretty good roads, but this way you guys know exactly where it is. So I think that'd be a good idea. Let me open an app now and I'll run it from here, I guess. Well, once I get somewhere where a car isn't going to come around and wipe me out. I mean, Rever has the best animated app. Let's see. Well, let's try it. Record. Well, let's see how this does. If you guys got a better app, let me know. It says 21 miles. That's a good way to see whether the miles is right on this or not, too. Well, 92 miles. That was a trip. So much more pleasant not having the vibrations all over your hands. Makes your hands go numb after a while. I mean, it's so very slight. You have very slight vibrations right now. Nothing like the CG non-counterbalanced engines. Especially at certain RPMs. Oh, it's apple tree. Haven't taken you guys up on this road in many years. Probably the original Hawk. Happy Labor Day. I'm still going to put that 28mm flat slide on here from Condor. Wake it up a little bit. We've got some knee draggers here. I should have switched to my other Insta360 RS. See how that lens works. I could still send this GoPro back, and this did screw up on me twice with the mic since I've owned it. Getting tired of it, so if that Insta360 camera works, I got the mic adapter and everything, I might be sending this back. Plus it does something weird with the battery. I keep my battery pack plugged in. GoPro's been the best option out there, but I don't know so much anymore. Even all the research I did, a lot of people say it's still the best, but you know, if it fails doing the microphone recording and stuff, how good is it? Because if I do this entire ride, the whole thing is a waste. You don't hear me. Maybe you like it better that way. Mini truck. What's up, mini truck? Vin Cheezle ride a motorcycle?
Yeah. Yeah, I ride a bike.
Okay. That was nice of them. This guy ain't gonna let me go. Oh well. Because he's got the Renegade. Oh, nice view, huh? Horse fields. You can tell you're in New York. When you hit Connecticut, take 15 miles an hour off or whatever you think it should be in New York. They have speed limits from like the 50s. This is Quaker Ridge on Quaker Hill. But I think that'd be a pretty neat idea while I'm adding the miles up on these bikes. Take you on some pretty nice back roads. Tell you where I'm going, have it recorded. A lot of these people ask where I go, and a lot of people figure out where I go and they ride it. Can't tell you some of the private property I go on. Sorry. There's plenty of back and side and dirt roads to do. The old library. Backtrack to that road that me and Philip went on, just in case you're wondering. Well, something new going in there. Huh. And this is Jesse Raphael's house over here, if you're old enough to know who that is. I think this is it. Yep. The apples on the apple tree still. This is an awesome dirt road for a Jeep or a motorcycle. Dual sport, enduro, even adventure rider. Yeah, see, now after riding this long, I wish this hump wasn't here because I can move my butt back on the seat. Back that ass up. I'm going to be cutting that hump off. Yeah, see, when you stand up on a hawk, to me it feels like you're a little further forward. Like it's almost a little bit awkward. I mean, I suppose I could push the handlebars up a little further, but that may fix it too. You can sit back on a hump if you want, and I do that sometimes. Oh, it's posted. I saw it. Thought I found an unposted trail. Bigger diameter tires are definitely better than on a Condor. There's that big washout. The washout. Gotta warn the other bikers. A lot of bikes take this little shortcut going through Tracy Road. You're gonna be taking Quaker Lake Road. I still love hockey. Where can you have this much fun for this little bit of money? I get a couple haters on my videos still, laughing at my Chinese bikes. Hey, everything's made in China. Many of the parts on many of the motorcycles, if not most, and automobiles. I'm old enough to remember when the Japanese hit the market over here in the US, and everybody was laughing about that. Everybody's on the beach. Private. See if we meet up with that UTV today. That Polaris that took off and we chased with the Condor. Although this is the same power and everything as a Condor, so if I knew the road, I know excuses are everyone's got one and most of them stink. But if I did know the road, I could have definitely hung with that guy. Because on the straightaways, it looked like I might have been gaining a hair, and in the corners, of course, I didn't know. So I'd let off. Huh. That's weird. Almost looked like someone put the log across and then had to take it out. Like somebody doesn't want people riding on this. Too damn bad, Grandpa. Oh yeah, see? Because that crazy guy on a Polaris UTV going through here 100 miles an hour. See, I try to respect the people that live here. Doggy. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing that. Recording my rides with Breadcrumbs so I can find the whole track that I did. And if you guys feel like it, if you're close enough or you're ever up in the area and you say, man, I want to ride where Cheesy rides, you can do that. Vin Cheezel approved. What do you think? Good idea? And I know you guys ask every year to do a ride. And I usually do it last minute, and there's a reason for that. I have to admit, I'm going to do a confession here. I don't like riding with a lot of people. It gets dangerous when you get pretty much more than 5 people. It can get very dangerous. And then it gets a little cumbersome. So that's why if you notice, I'll put, like the morning I'm going to do it, I'll put Cheesy Ride, meeting at the Gaylordville Diner. And I'll get like 5 people, sometimes more. But it's intentionally done that way. Because I really don't want the responsibility of having like 30 people come and then someone gets in an accident or do something stupid that the cops come after us. You know what I mean? So the people that follow me pretty closely usually get in on my rides. And if I have enough nice weather, maybe I'll do one real quick. I'll post it up on Instagram in the morning. And we'll do it. Check my River app. 116 miles, almost 117. 16.9 miles. What was that at when I checked it? I have to look. So we'll finish this. Save the ride. Oh, I got the wrong vehicle in there. Select a surface. Mixed. Oh yeah, there's no uprode it through rides tab. Okay. Hope it works. Old Hawk X is running good. Yeah, it doesn't make my hands fatigued at all. X gonna give it to you.
X gon' give it to you.
Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Hit that bell if you want new notifications on new videos. Links for products used are in the description and on MotoCheez.com. Thanks for watching.